Well, just like all great movies and all other things, entertainment, the first one is good. The second one is gooder. Willie Epstein Jr., Shake Back, OT, baby. OT. We're talking mental health, and of course, we're celebrating Women's History Month and twice as nice. And I have another esteemed panel of ladies who I love and adore and respect so much. This is something that we're gonna probably be doing more of as we go forward, because like Black History Month, I don't think you should celebrate these types of things by giving them just one month. So who we have on the panel, we have well, I'll let you see them in just a second, but you already know what we got to do. You already know what it is. So here we not go. Not yet, but we're gonna do this. Go ahead. You know what time it is, man. The countdown is on. We got to do what we got to do. Willie Epstein Jr. holding it down. Thank you guys out there for checking us out on Facebook Live, as well as YouTube and Twitter for the Shakeback Media Group Twitter feed and YouTube page. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in these esteemed ladies. The first person that I'm bringing to the stage, she is my better half. She is my rib. She is all the things that a man needs. She is built to take my money. She is the woman who makes my liver quiver. She's also an esteemed educator, a great mom, a business owner, and just a good fry to have in your meal. Who am I talking about? I am talking about my wife, Patrice Epstein. Baby!
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you in the other room?
I'm great.
Well,
let's help the fries with that shake.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you know what? Hey, we got a show to do. We'll do that later. All right. So the next person coming to the stage, she is also my sissy from my wife's mother. That will make her my sister in love. She's also, well, she was an esteemed educator in the game in Louisiana. She is a terrific gourmet cook. She does all things well with arts and crafts. She could own a business if she wanted to. I don't know what she's waiting on. Maybe this conversation that we're about to have is going to push her to that. So, without further ado, here we go with Pam Graham. Pamela!
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
That's funny. You two ladies look alike. Do y'all know each other?
That's my sister.
Yeah, she's so beautiful.
Yeah, I would like to agree.
She's beautiful.
Yes, I would like to agree. All right. To last but certainly not least, she is, man, me and this girl have known each other since 1991. And we worked together at Pecan Land Mall. I worked at Foot Action. She worked across the way at Lerner. We went to school together at the University of Louisiana at Monroe. She is a tremendous marketing and sales and training coach. She obviously owns her own business, Icebreakers Unlimited, I believe is what the name of it is. She can correct me if I'm wrong. But she's also an esteemed sales coach, training coach, all that, and an amazing speaker in her own right. Who am I talking about? I am talking about Tawana Woods. Tawana, what's going on, sis?
Hi, everybody. How are you? Thanks, Lily.
Hey.
Hi, Tawana.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. All right, so ladies, we got a lot of things to discuss. I'm gonna not hold you that long, but I'm not gonna do what a preacher does and say that and then proceed to do exactly what he said he wasn't gonna do. That's what my daddy used to say. He said, "I'm not gonna hold you long," and the next thing you know, it's an hour, 2 hours later. So I want to go ahead and begin by saying thank you guys for taking the time out of your schedule to do this. I know how busy you guys are, and I know life challenges still get in the way and all that other good stuff. So I want to bid my love and respect for you guys for that. All right, so y'all ready to get it started? I got some questions.
Let's go.
Questions. Okay, okay, Tawana, you are a little bit too exuberant. So you're gonna get the first question. Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
All right. So what do you feel as though is your greatest accomplishment?
Well, that's a hard question. And I just say just getting up every day and just dealing with the craziness of this world is a great accomplishment. And I won't be cliche and say being a mother, because that is beyond my greatest accomplishment. But I'm going to just say stepping out of the norm and going into that entrepreneurial world. This is my mind. This is only Tawana. I feel that there's a difference, and I give mad respect to all business owners. But I do feel, in my own opinion, there is a difference between a business owner and an entrepreneur. Because an entrepreneur, in my mind, is extremely creative in what they're doing, and they're high risk takers. And so to step out in a young marriage, I just got married a couple of years in, and I think he realized I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Right. And I said, hey, this is it. This is what I want to do. And I stepped out with no playbook at all. I went all on what I knew the industry needed, and believing that the biggest investor I had was God, it was going to happen. It didn't hurt that I did have a husband that was making decent money. Right. But I still had to do it myself. And here we are, 14 years later, and we are still standing and growing, and the name Icebreakers is getting big. So that's my biggest accomplishment, is literally taking something from a whiteboard and turning it into something that people really respect. After I was told that I couldn't even sell, I turned around and started a sales, support management company. So that's my greatest accomplishment. Turning a you can't do to you better watch me do it.
Ooh,
that's awesome.
That's gonna end up on somebody's shirt. I'm telling you right now. That is a terrific explanation, and you're right. I mean, it's easy to say, I guess, looking from the outside, or on the outside looking in, it would be easy, I would think, to say, well, yeah, my greatest accomplishment is a mother. And I love it how you went a little bit deeper than just the surface with that. All right, Patrice, what is your greatest accomplishment?
My greatest accomplishment, I think, would be, let me see. I married this great guy. He told me to say that. Okay, but really, look, my greatest accomplishment, I'm with you, Tawana. That's a hard thing to say. Like, what's your greatest accomplishment? And at this point, at 52, I don't know if I've reached my greatest accomplishment. I think as women, we strive every day to get up and do something every day, and to really, make each day count. And so to say I've reached my greatest accomplishment would mean that, I finished, and I feel like I just got started. And so I haven't reached my greatest accomplishment yet. I've reached many goals, and I feel empowered by every goal that I've reached, but I'm not done yet. I'm still going. Right. I'm still reaching for things. I still want to achieve many things in my life, and I don't feel like that I've reached the final frontier to that greatest thing yet. I'm still running.
I didn't know you like Star Trek.
Frontier.
The final frontier. And two things I want to say on what you or one thing on what you just said, babe, and then the other thing on what Tawana said about the difference. There definitely is a difference between being an entrepreneur and a business owner. Just like there's a difference between being a boss and being bossy. And babe, when you said what you said, I have to watch my step because I'm on a show with 4 alpha females, okay, or 3 alpha females. So I got to watch my step. And babe, when you said that you're not done yet, that is setting the bar at a place where it makes us become uncomfortable when we are doing things that we're not used to or accustomed doing. All right, Pamela, what is your greatest accomplishment?
I have to agree with the ladies that that's a hard one. Looking back over my life, I've thought about being in that math class in high school that I struggled with, but ended up making an A. I'm like, hey, that's an accomplishment during that time. Also, I've been married for 34 years.
Wow.
That's an accomplishment.
Yes.
I'm a mother of 2. That's an accomplishment. I'm a breast cancer survivor.
Oh, yay.
I'm a retired educator with 33 years under my belt. That's an accomplishment. I'm a child of God. That's an accomplishment. And I have to agree with my sister is that the best is yet to come.
That's right.
I have more accomplishments that I want to achieve, no matter how small they are. If it is every morning that I decide to get up and exercise or eat right, I am making those great accomplishments each and every day. So I check that off as a success.
Yes.
That's
And
good.
I look forward to having more.
And that is so wonderful in so many different ways. And I apologize to all of you guys because when I put that question down on paper, I didn't realize that it was going to make you guys think in every other aspect. You know, for most men, it could be 1 or 2 things, but from this panel and from the panel on this past Tuesday, that you guys can actually go back out there and check it. It's on YouTube. Make sure you smash the subscribe button as well. Hit the bell for notifications. But so this is good stuff. And the reason why is because we have people that have dealt with all different types of people. And that is what's a critical piece in my mind in terms of turning a lot of things around. All right, next question. In the past year, Patrice, we have seen women achieve so many firsts in the history of the world, such as she got confirmed on Thursday. Miss Ketanji, she is now a Supreme Court justice, first African-American ever to do that. Another first is that today, when she was affirmed or confirmed, that made the first time in history that the SCOTUS panel of judges is not majority white males. Ketanji made that happen. Of course, with Vice President Kamala Harris, she's the first woman and first Black vice president, and so many others. I mean, there's been so many coaches in the NFL, women coaches that broke through barriers, that have been coaches. There have been executives in all 3 of the 4 major sports in America that have reached levels in top management that we've never seen before. So with all these firsts, how much more are you empowered by these precedents, Patrice?
I think we're all empowered. I think in 2022, it's sad to say that finally we're seeing these firsts. I don't think that women just came to the playing field, and I think women have always been there. You know, the saying, the old saying is, behind every great man is a woman, is a better woman. There's always been women there behind the scenes. It's just now that women are coming up front and women are being recognized for what they've always been doing behind the scenes. And so I think at this point, you know, now we're coming and we're being recognized and we're being appreciated for everything that we have always been doing. And it's about time. It's past time. And I think it should be normalized for women to be able to be in the positions that they're in, because it's just time for it. And so it empowers me. It empowers lots of ladies and young girls, and it's good to see representation where people can look and see that person looks like me. When I see Ketanji, and as Cory Booker got so excited and talked about how he can see his sister, his mother, his aunt, and that excites me. And everyone of color or any woman can also feel, her accomplishment is our accomplishment.
Very good. I'm impressed. Not really, because you are an amazing person yourself. And I agree with Cory Booker. And, I could see any one of you three up there doing what she's doing, of course, with the proper training, had you gone that route. But just knowing you, all of you, the way that I do, it wouldn't be a surprise to me if one of you were in that position had you chose to go that route. Tawana, you're from Louisiana as well. Alexandria is in the house. I think you went to what? Was it Peabody or Ash?
You better stop. You're just trying to start something now. This is a mighty warhorse, Peabody, class of '89. Let's recognize.
My bad.
Show some respect.
My bad. So Tawana, talk about the same thing that Patrice just touched on in terms of all of these precedents by these terrific women, and how it has empowered you and those that are around you.
Well, it definitely breathes more life into me as a woman, because just like a father or a mother would be proud of their child and see we can boldly stand and say, like Patrice said, we've always been here. We've always been doing something. And now it's been unveiled, and we have someone to step in front and show you what we've been doing, and how we're going to do it going forward. It was last week on the news when here in Atlanta, Tammy Williams, who's the first Black woman in the state of Georgia, she'll be building her movie studio. Tyler Perry initially was the only Black person to have that title. And now she's in that space with him, but being a Black woman in doing that. And she said something I felt was rather profound, and it fits the conversation that we're having tonight. She said, they were like, how do you feel about being the first, and doing this and da da da. She said, the best thing about being the first is that there's going to be a second, a third, a fourth, and a fifth. There's more to come. And that just made me just burst like, yes. Mm-hmm. And so that's really what I just wanted to say, is that yes, it strengthens the power that's already inside of me, because I am that lady that says, I am woman, hear me roar. And so it just feeds more fuel into what I know I will be doing. But when I heard Tammy Williams say, it's great being the first, but even more so, I know if wherever there's a first, there's going to be a second, third, fourth. So it doesn't end. It doesn't end. There will be more of the best that we see out there today. There will be more. So get ready. Get ready.
Get ready, like TD Jake says. And you're absolutely right. Before you can get the 3, you got to get the 2. Before you get the 2, you got to get the 1. And it's usually the one that goes first gets it the toughest and the hardest. But the one that goes first is the leader, of course. And that's what leaders do. Doesn't matter what gender you are. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what what nationality, race, or whatever. If you're a leader, you're supposed to go first. And I think I heard Too Short say it best. When you get it, you get it worse when you be the first. And he was one of the first that did it in his deal. And she, of course, is the first to do it there. And it encourages and empowers everybody after that to go for a similar, if not the same type of goal. Pam, what say you on that same topic?
Well, I'm glad to see women being empowered and just rising, shattering that glass ceiling. Because in the past, we had those sticky floors where they just kept us right down there behind the curtains doing all of the work, but not receiving the credit. So lifting our feet from off those sticky floors and being elevated to those positions not just with words and saying, good job, way to go, you did a good job. But this promotion is going to go to somebody else. That's old school. We're not doing that anymore. And I am excited to see women empowered, being a first. And it is hard to be the first one because you're blazing that trail for all of the women that's coming behind you. Um, I feel excited about it. It makes me want to do more.
Yeah. And I think that's that whole thing that we at Antioch Christian Church with the men of integrity, our motto is iron sharpens iron. And in this case, the
Yes.
iron is multi-gender. So it's not confined to just women, or just not just confined to men. It's for everybody that chooses to be sharpened. And I got this quote that the Lord gave me a while back, and he told me, he said, you don't always have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer. Just hang around some sharp knives and you will be sharpened. And that's exactly what happens when forums like this and amazing ladies like you, we all get together and discuss these things. All right, so the next question, we got about halfway through the show, so we might get to all of the questions, we might not, but we'll see. Next question I wanted to ask is, share with the audience, Patrice, one or two women that have inspired you throughout your entire life.
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, one or two women that have inspired me throughout my life. Well, I'm first of all, I'm gonna say my mother inspired me, because I believe watching my mother work, her work ethic, she went really, it helped me to um it helped me to understand that every day you had to put forth your best effort in doing your best. And every day, as a young child, I saw her go off to work. She would go to work early in the morning and come home late at night. And even when we were young kids, she would come in. Sometime it's at dark, and she was still. I remember her washing my hair, and I was asleep or doing whatever it is motherly duty she had to do. But she would go to work, and that helped me to understand that even when you don't feel like doing something, you keep pushing. And so that inspired me to always put my best foot forward, even when I didn't feel like doing it. And that also, when you look at women that instill those things in you, your children look at that, they look at you, and then that pushes the next generation as well.
Mm.
So that was inspiring to me.
Very good point. Now, Pam, I know. I wait a second now. Hold on, because I can't let you cheat. Since Patrice probably stole your answer, even if she didn't steal your answer, even if she did steal your answer, you have you have to. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. This is not a censorship. This is not. This is not. I am not Russia, and you guys are not Ukraine. So, whatever answer you have, let it be.
Well, thank you, Willie. I appreciate it. But along the way, I've had a professor that I really admired when I was in grad school. Her name was Dr. Naomi Harris, and she brought her A game. She made me want to always bring 110%. And we are women who are standing on the shoulders of other women, not even knowing that they are helping and pushing us forward. They are constantly doing that, opening up doors for us that hadn't been opened before. I had a mentor who was helping me throughout my career. Her name is Linda Hammond, and she's the one who gave me my promotion. She's the one who made me think you can do more if you want to do it. She's the one that said you can go from the classroom. I was a master teacher. I worked on my national board certification so I can teach anywhere in the United States. I became an instructional coordinator, and then I became a principal. So all of those things, she kind of propelled me to kind of do those things. Like my sister said, my mama is the type of woman that gave me that drive. Like, you can do anything. What? You want to do this? You want to race cars? You want to go to the moon? You can do it. So she was it. My sisters inspired me, you know, making all of those decisions each and every day, what they are doing with their lives, how they're taking care of their families, how they're working. They inspire me. And also the young generation. My daughter inspires me to do my best each and every day. And because I'm a woman of a certain age, back then you
Don't be
didn't
ashamed.
for what you wanted.
Don't be ashamed.
I'm not ashamed. I'm
Okay.
not ashamed. So my daughter has opened my eyes to see that, know your worth. When a job is offering her a certain amount, she counter offers.
Yes.
And it's okay. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? You're gonna do that? You're not just gonna accept what they're giving you? She said, no, I'm worth more than that. And I'm
Mm.
like, no. So all of these women, they have inspired me.
Tawana, you got to Tawana. What are you gonna do to top that?
It's not a
We don't
competition.
play that game. We don't play that game, really.
Women
Okay,
don't
inspire
play that
women.
game.
what are you going to say to equate to that?
I'm going to say bravo, ladies.
Oh,
I love that those women inspire you so much.
I
'Cause
love
those are
it.
good
I love
women.
it.
What's the snaps? Did I miss something with the snaps?
Women
Yes.
empower women.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work for you.
It doesn't
Okay.
work for men.
Okay, sorry about that, Tawana. Go ahead and finish.
No. Actually, I was so excited to hear Pam say that her daughter inspires her, because I was like, does my daughter inspire me or does she motivate me? And I think she does a little bit of both. When she was a baby, she motivated me. When I got pregnant, I wasn't doing all that great at NLU, which is now ULM. I was living the college life. But when I knew that I was going to be a mom, my whole mind like immediately changed, adjusted to what is about to take place, and preparation was in place. So she's been motivating me. Not, I don't know about inspiring, but she's been motivating me to be my best. She inspires me by the things that she does now as a woman. Now that it's almost 28 years later. So I am inspired. Like you say, Pam, these young ladies, they are fearless.
Yes.
And they're not going to let anybody just tell them. They're not going to settle for less, which is my motto. Never settle for less when you can have the best. And believe me, they are living their best life in doing that. In terms of, there's a lot of women, Willie, when I heard this question, I said, oh my goodness, it's so hard because you don't want to call out just one person. There's so many women that have crossed my path or are still in my life that inspire me. But one person I would like to point out is my sister. I'm the baby of 9. It's 3 girls, 6 boys. So I have an older sister who we have a love hate. I love her. She hate me because I was a baby. I don't know. But we love each other, but she inspires me and always has. And when I tell her that, she doesn't believe me. So that I'm publicly putting it out there, she really has inspired me. And she's been my greatest cheerleader. And I hope I don't get choked up, but she's been my greatest cheerleader. She was 8 years, she's 8 years older than me. So when she was an adult, I was still, in school. But she got married and she married a military guy. She traveled a lot of places. So obviously, wherever she went, I went. So I got a chance to go to a lot of places. And the first time I flew was to Hawaii. And she was there. And she told my mom, I had something going on in my life. She said she needs to get out of Alexandria. And I was scared. She's like, you're going to be okay. You can get over here. So I go to Hawaii and I stay there for 6 months, heal, from the pain that I was suffering. And she said, okay, you're comfortable. You're too comfortable here. You got to get back home. I'm like, oh, I like it here. I'm moving up in management, with my company. And she was like, you said you wanted to go to college. You're going back to school. I was the first out of 9 to go to school. My parents didn't go. My siblings didn't go. I didn't have cousins that went. Like, I was the first gen, seriously. She pushed me to do that. And there's just so many things that she has said, you can do it, you do it, you can do it. Anything you put your mind to, it's going to happen. Like, that's her, point blank. And so I have to live up to what she believes, and so she inspires me to just be the best that I can be. And she is a woman of my heart. And so, yes, my sister really does inspire me.
That's
I
beautiful.
have I'm gonna interject a little humor because I don't want anybody to start crying, namely me. Um, Tawana is 100% correct because the value and the positivity that social media that is designed, in my opinion, that for it to be used for is to bring people that hadn't communicated, seen each other, talked in forever. And that's what that happened with me and Tawana with LinkedIn. And when she says when she got pregnant, her whole mindset changed. It did, because when that happened, I didn't see her again ever. I mean, until, well, I still haven't seen her in person since then, but that's what that was. And I can understand in that realm, because you have to grow from where you are in order to get to where you want to be. And that's just what that is. All right, ladies, we're getting close to the end. I told y'all we weren't going to make it, so I'm going to ask a couple more questions. This is one thing that I really am interested in hearing from each of you. What with all the negativity that we're seeing in our world, particularly with all of the sexual misconduct and things of that nature that's going around amongst prolific athletes and franchise owners of teams and all that, the negativity that we see, what advice would you give to the generation under us? Tawana.
Oh, I need a minute on that one. The negativity is what we believe it to be. It's fictitious. It's not real. It really isn't. What you believe it to be, it will be. And social media brings that all to life, as you were stating about social media. So my advice to the younger generation that's coming up is what we all knew growing up, is to know who you are. Hold truth to that. Be true to that, who you are. And don't follow what everybody else is doing, because chances are, if you follow where everybody else is going, you're missing out the right way that you should be traveling. So I would just say, be true to yourself. Try not to follow the crowd. Typically, my mentor, I love this. He said, listen, I go eat after the lunch rush, because then I get served and I get all the service. He said, I go to the matinee movies because I get all the free popcorn I want. It's, if you do things differently than others, you'll be treated differently than others. And so that is unique in itself, to be able to hold your own without following the crowd. And I do believe that would make you a better person. That's me. So be true
Excellent.
to yourself.
Excellent. And knowing thyself is growing thyself, and that will not allow anybody else to diminish who you are or who they want you to be. Patrice Epting. Patrice Epting.
That's me. I think today we need to realize a few things. And one of the things we need to realize is that we all make mistakes, that none of us are perfect. And you have to understand that we make mistakes, but you also have to forgive yourself. It's okay to forgive yourself and know that you're not perfect. And tomorrow's going to be a new day, and you can start over.
I feel like singing.
Go right ahead.
I feel like singing. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Okay, Pam.
Don't be afraid. Sis, you got this. That's what I would tell the new generation coming up. I believe when I was coming up and moving forward in my career, I was afraid. It was so many people wanting to tell me how to do my job, or where my place was, or putting me in my place. I don't know if you guys can see where I have my degrees on the wall. I also attended Northeast.
Wait a
Okay.
minute. Wait a minute
My
now.
husband
Well,
went on and framed all of my degrees because in my position as a woman of color, everyone else wanted to tell me what to do, or felt like I wasn't qualified, or felt like I didn't have enough certificates because I didn't have it. My husband said, "We're putting these on the wall so people will know your worth." So I tell all my young sisters, sis, you got this. Don't be afraid. Put one foot in front of the other. Keep on moving. Don't be stagnant. Even when you have your low days, remember, count to 3, count to 10, make it to 20 if you have to, cry a little bit, shake it off, and keep on moving. Because sis, you got this.
That's right. And that's something that I don't know if you guys have heard of this coach by the name of um Jim Valvano. He had cancer and he gave this eloquent speech when he had cancer. I think he was at stage 4 at that point, and he succumbed to that dreadful disease a little later. But he said, if you laugh, if you cry, if you love, those 3 things in a day, that's a heck of a day. That's so many emotions in one day. And that's what you call leaving it all out there. Okay, one final question. Let me see which one of these I'm gonna pull out of the hat. I need for this one to really be impactful, because this is going to be what your, not history, but your her story, or your her story, what is going to be defined as in terms of this particular broadcast and this show. Babe, I want you to give one shake back story that you can share to uplift, encourage, and empower other women.
One shake back story. One shake back story. Oh, I'm not sure. I have many shake back stories.
Pick one.
Okay. I'm I'm not come back to me.
Come back to you. There is no comebacks. Okay, Pam. While your sister bees the little sister, and I said bees the little sister, while she bees the little sister, go ahead and come in for her and give everybody out there watching one shake back story that can uplift, empower, and encourage not just really just women, but everybody. But for this sake, women, particularly.
Um, hmm, I guess my shake back story is beating breast cancer.
I was
Yeah.
reading your mind.
During that time, I had 2 small kids. I had a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old who was about to go into kindergarten. And I find out that I have breast cancer. And I needed to have chemotherapy and radiation. So my shake back story is one where God had me. He had me in the palm of his hand. He guided me. He led me. I didn't have to worry about anything because God had me. And it was difficult because we just built the house, and having cancer and the insurance we had, we needed more money. You know, my poor husband worried. We kicked our kids out of bed. Like, come on, you got to get up out of here. That finally made them get up out of our bed because I was tired. I was exhausted. I was worn out. I was sick.
Yeah.
So, by the grace of God, I'm here today. I have a testimony. I have a shake back testimony.
There you go. That is exactly what it is. Hashtag shake back no matter what. Tawana, since Patrice is over there still studying, I guess, Tawana, give everybody out there listening and watching a shake back story that empowers, encourages, and uplifts.
Oh my goodness. I have a lot, and listening to that question and hearing Pam's, I'm not trying to trump yours, Pam, because I absolutely can't trump, you know, fighting breast cancer and winning. Ding ding, knockout.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great one. So I have a couple in my head. I don't want to get too personal, so I'll move the one that I was going to share out, and I'll just say shake back, shake back. When I think of, I know it's your show and it's a different meaning than what I'm about to say, but if you're shaking me back, you're shaking me back into action because something went dormant, and something like that, and we all get dormant. And so I'm going to say I had a shake back experience. We all did 2 years ago when COVID hit us. you know. So, in my business, we predominantly work in the hospitality industry. And anybody out there know about the hospitality industry, it was crickets. You didn't hear anything. And I had zero revenue after April of 2020. It was zero revenue for this business. I could not, keep my team. I had to say, guys, I have no work. So my clients was like, we have no customers, so we can't use you. And so I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? But I believe in this industry. I've been in it for 20 plus. Let's just say that. It's been, Sam got that. It's been 20 plus. But I know that it's cyclical and I know it will eventually come back around. And during the COVID period, and let's say last year, I've been trying to get, and Willie, I shared this with you. I've been trying to get with the Tuck School of Business, their diversity course, to really show me how to develop a business. But it's rather expensive to get in this, and I could never get in, not even because of the cost. They just kept saying I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Well, last year in December, I get a call, and they called and said, hey, you have a scholarship. You can do this class. And I'm like, when does it start? And they was like, it was the second when they called. They said the third. I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready. And so it shook me back into action. And it was like, get yourself together, girl. This is your business. It's something that can be done. And God was there for me. He brought this opportunity to me. It was paid in full for me, paid in full for me. That's right. And all of the blessings that came, unfortunately, from COVID. I hate all the negative things that happened, but the positive things is that I was able to get grants and monies that normally would require a lot for your business. And now I'm able to bring on not just contractors, but employees in the number that I couldn't have done before. So yes, I am shaking back, but I do promise to give back. And that's important to do. We're going to keep it coming. Shake
That's
back,
right.
shake back. Hey,
I
hey.
love it.
Yeah. It will happen. Just keep going.
Amazing stories all the way around, and I appreciate you guys being so authentic and transparent and candid about those things. I think I'm not quite sure if my wife has one. She can shake her head either way. I could speak for her when it comes to shaking back, because being married to me ain't no easy task, and shaking back every day is probably the testimony that she can give if she does not want to provide a different one. So, all right, it is hashtag shameless plug portion of the show. This is where you get to advertise for free your business, your side hustle, whatever it is that you do that you are trying to help others shake back from. I think she might have an answer to this one. Patrice, how can everybody, or tell everybody about your side hustle, your business, whatever it is that you have going on, sweetheart?
I am going to be retiring soon, and I am starting a new line of business where I'm going to be coaching Studio 58, and I am going to be life coaching. And people can find me on Patrice Epteen at Gmail, where I can help you with life coaching.
And we also have a new podcast that is geared to relationship and mental health coaching. It is called Don't Jump, the podcast that will come out. It's out every Sunday.
I like
Uh,
it.
yeah, it's out every Sunday. So we're excited about that. Okay, Pam.
Well, let's see. I don't have a shameless plug.
You're just doing it.
You just did
I'm-
it. That's
I'm
a plug.
retired. I am enjoying myself. I'm taking it easy. When you talked about mental health, I am just slowing my life down and just enjoying it until I figure out what's my next journey.
There you go. And that's not that is a plug. That is a plug for yourself. You have done what David did. That means you have encouraged yourself in the Lord. All right, Tawana.
Yes. Hi. So again, thank you, Willie, for this opportunity to be with these beautiful ladies, Patrice and Pam. Thank you so much. I'm not ashamed at all. There is no shame in this game being an icebreaker. Let's be clear. So
That's in the circle.
So I am the president of Icebreakers Unlimited. Icebreakers Unlimited is a sales support management company. So we are the individuals that you call when you are either without sales or you're lacking a sales team. Everybody needs an icebreaker to get the relationship started. So you reach out to us, and that's exactly what we do. We eliminate the first 3 steps of the sales process so you can do what you enjoy: present, negotiate, and close. We are your icebreakers, and you can reach us at www, that's old school, icebreakersunlimited.com. Hashtag the ultimate icebreaker is on Instagram as well. So you can look me up on LinkedIn.
Very cool. And we have had a discussion, Tawana and I and Patrice, about a possible production that we're going to be putting together hopefully soon. We'll get some details about that as they come out. I want to thank all of you women, all of you lovely ladies, for gracing your with your appearance here on the Shakeback Media Group and the Shakeback OT. So with that being said, we're going to get on up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, for Patrice Epting, for Tawana Woods, for Pamela Graham. This is Willie Epting Jr. Y'all stay safe. Y'all hug each other. Y'all love each other. And I promise we will holler at y'all again real soon. Peace. We out.